Just around the corner from the courthouse in Clarksville, Tennessee, is a newly installed statue of one of the city's former residents, actor Frank Sutton. Now, if the name doesn't sound familiar, perhaps the image of this statue will bring it back to you. This is him in character for his most notable role as Sergeant Carter in the television series Gomer Pyle USMC. This statue is made in the likeness from that show.
Starring Jim Neighbors as Gomer Pyle. Also starring Frank Sutton as Sergeant Carter.
Now, they have this statue installed in front of the Roxy Theater, which is fitting since he was an actor. So if you're looking for the statue in Clarksville, you can type in Roxy, which you can see there right behind the statue, and you should be able to find it pretty easy if you navigate to that. Frank was born and raised in Clarksville, Tennessee, and later on in his childhood, his parents moved into Nashville, where he graduated high school. But if you want to see the house where he grew up, it is not too far from here. It's located on 2nd Avenue and still stands to this day. Here's a shot of his house. It's the gray one with the two windows coming out of the roof there. That one right there on the left. And it is on 2nd Avenue. Now, in 1974, Frank Sutton had a heart attack and he passed away, unfortunately. He was 51 years old. He is buried in Greenwood Cemetery here in Clarksville, and is between his parents. You'll see his grave. His is the one with the wreath and the flags there. Now, even though his most famous character was Sergeant Carter, a Marine sergeant, in real life, Frank was an Army sergeant. He served during World War II and received the Bronze Star and a Purple Heart. He was honorably discharged after the war was over and pursued acting at that point. Just across town in Liberty Park, which was the former Montgomery County Fairgrounds, is a statue of another famous Clarksville resident, Wilma Rudolph. She competed in the 1956 and the 1960 Olympics. In 1956, she won the bronze medal, and in 1960, she was the first female to ever win 3 gold medals in 1 Olympics. She has a boulevard named in her honor here in Clarksville. And while it is amazing that she won as many medals as she did in the Olympics, it's even more amazing that she was at one point nearly crippled in her childhood from the polio virus. She went for a good long time for treatment in Nashville twice a week with her mother, trying to regain the use of her leg and arm after a bout with scarlet fever and polio. And she's one of the most amazing folks that have come through this area. It's good to see they've got a statue over here. And they have some of her quotes here in the sidewalk. This is just one of them. And as you walk down the sidewalk, there's others along the way. Quite an amazing person. Sadly, just a short time after Wilma Rudolph's mother passed away, she was diagnosed with cancer and died shortly after. If you'd like to see this statue, it is located in front of the Wilma Rudolph Event Center, which is located in Liberty Park, just off Highway 48 in Clarksville. And well worth coming out to see this. Now, while you're in Liberty Park, just around the corner is a statue of another famous former resident, Pat Summitt. She was a college ladies basketball coach, and an extremely successful one at that, winning 8 NCAA championships and over 1,098 career wins. And they have a statue over here. She passed away in 2016. This statue is right down by the water line, still in Liberty Park. And some signage here with her information on some of her career wins and a little bit about her history there. Definitely an inspiration to anybody in the sports, especially basketball. But this is another one. You got to see it if you're in this area. There's been quite a few interesting people that have come through Clarksville. These are just a few of those that come to the top of my head, along with Jimi Hendrix, who lived here for a time when he served in the Army. Fort Campbell Army Base is right beside Clarksville. Anyway, if you're down at Liberty Park, check this out.